P&C is ahead of us here.
Yeah.
P&C is starting to figure out drone insurance and starting to figure out trove and interesting ways to insure things in your apartment.
Yeah.
And the product itself is different. I take a picture of it that's insured, or I'm insured for this period of time, or for this use of this item.
Yeah.
I think life insurance has a long way to go.
I agree. I mean, I haven't been in the industry that long, but I see very little innovation or good product development really occurring. I mean, we've got insurance carriers as our customers, so I don't mean to put a slight on them, but you don't see much change. I mean, just changing distribution doesn't mean that you're changing the nature of the product. I think in order to attract the market, you really have to think about what does a customer need.
And for me, it's not just I'm going to give you life insurance on this trip or when you're in this race. I think there's probably a place for that. But if we're really going to move the dial here, we have to change the value of the product that we offer.
Yeah.
Today, we ask a client or a customer to pay premium for a death benefit. Premium means you paid too much.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Yeah. And that's what that word means.
Yeah.
I paid a premium.
Yeah.
For a death benefit, and as we all know, there is no benefit to death. So I don't think the product itself resonates.
Sure.
We need to build products that meet a real perceived need that we don't have to remind a client that they have.
But your statement about kind of meeting the need for the customer is an interesting one, and I think the language that has been used in the industry isn't relevant for people either. Like when I come in, and I come in purely as a consumer rather than as an industry expert in any way, there's so much language that's used that I don't understand. Like, what does final expense mean?
Sure.
I don't. It doesn't mean anything to me. I don't. Give me something that actually, I understand what it actually does. So in some ways, maybe there doesn't even need to be that much product innovation. There needs to be a better use of what the customer is actually buying so they can understand it rather than death benefit. And
I think the language is very important. And, some companies have done work around that. But I think it's more than the language.
Yeah. I agree, but I think it's a place to start as well.
I couldn't agree more. When I was selling life insurance, I would come and I would tell you, hey, you need to overfund your premium. It sounds like now I paid too much in, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
And so later you can take a loan from your policy.
Yeah.
To which, you're probably saying, but it's my money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our language is really off.
Yeah.